We're gonna take it indoors. They're all doing great. Slowly. There you go. Oscar Army. There's one right there. Throw this away. We need to do something. Comes on these strings. Hawaiian punch out. Shh.
Hana Hui A Maui. Aloha,
my ohana. It is your boy back with another aquatic adventure. Now, if you're new to the channel, we talk about everything in the aquarium hobby. Today, we're not going to talk about my 8,500-gallon koi pond, Tiki Falls, that's over my shoulder. Instead, we're going to take it indoors because it is pretty chilly out today. It's supposed to rain the next couple days. As you can see, look at those gray clouds in the distance. So we're gonna go ahead and teleport. We're gonna go in the fish room where this video is gonna take place. Tiki Lounge, don't get them confused. Tiki Falls, Tiki Lounge. I'll see you guys indoors where it's nice and cozy. Hawaiian punch out. Shh. Whoo, teleport just like that in Tiki Lounge, my fish room. Now behind me is the Oscar Army Aquarium. And we got to do some adjustments on the Oscar Army Aquarium. Some of you guys may know this, some of you may not. This might be a learning experience for you, but I'm here to do it because it's something I needed to do and I haven't done ever since I got this. So let's go ahead and flip the camera around and let me show you guys what's going on with the Oscar Army. All right, so here is the Oscar Army in their 150-gallon tank. They're all doing great, but we need to do something. And don't worry, we're going to get back to these guys and we'll talk about them. We need to do something with that right there, the FX6. This is the canister filter that's filtering the 150-gallon Oscar Army Aquarium. So let's get into it. All right, my ohana, here is our Fluval FX6. Now, on top of cleaning the sponges and cleaning the media that's inside our canister filter, there's one thing that you should do at least once a year, and I haven't done it on this canister filter because this was given to me when I did a fish rescue. And I've been wanting to do this, but I also been wanting to do a video to help you guys navigate through taking care of your FX6 canister filter. Now, a lot of people neglect the little rubber washers right here. You see one there, and there's one there, and then over here on this side, there's one right there and one right there. So there's a total of 4 just on top here. All right, this is the inlet and the outlet nozzles. You got to take care of those washers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a butter knife, which is like the best tool ever when taking these off, just your kitchen butter knife. All right, I'm going to share with you guys a little secret when taking off the little rubber washers here, okay? Start with the bottom one first, okay? And I'm going to tell you the reason why. So what you're going to do is take your butter knife and you're just going to get underneath it and slowly work your way to where you can get your thumb under it, and then you can kind of just roll it right off. You see that? Put the knife here. Now, the reason why we start on the bottom, because it's easier to just roll right over the top. Okay, you see that? We got it right over the top. Now, if we were to remove the top one first, when you go to remove the bottom one, it tends to go right inside this groove here, and then you got to use your butter knife again to get it out. So I just want to show you guys how easy it is. And take your time too when doing it, all right? Just roll it off. Get a nice grip and you can just roll it right off. So we have our 2 rubber washers. We got 2 more on the other side. And then I'm going to show you where the other 4 are. So the next one's pretty easy. It's right under the lid. So if you take your lid off and you take a look right up in the edge, right around here, we're going to grab our butter knife and we're going to take the rubber washer out from inside the groove here. We get our butter knife and we just bring it up and we just roll it right off. Like I said, take your time. So we're gonna go ahead and put this with the other 4 that we got. So the 6th one is where the motor or the impeller is, okay? You need a screwdriver, okay? There's 4 screws, 1 here, 1 down here, and then 1 here and 1 down here. So we're gonna go ahead and take our screwdriver and remove all 4 of the screws. Then we'll slowly remove the impeller and the motor. And whammo, there you go. This is how you actually clean your impeller, which is a good time to do that when you're going to re-lube all of your, let me pull this bad boy off. You just kind of gotta get a nice little grip. It'll just pop right off. And we're also doing this with 1 hand. So let me go ahead and pop that off. There you go. And then you can actually see the rubber washer right here, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and pull off our impeller, and it's a good time to clean it. Your boy already cleaned it, so you can see it's nice and clean. Service our rubber washer. Let's go ahead and stick it on our towel. So there you go. You got 6 rubber washers, 1 for the impeller, 4 for the intake, outtake, and then 1 for the cover or the lid. You need a screwdriver and a butter knife or 4 screws. Whammo. There you go. Now, what we're going to do is wipe these clean with a wet paper towel or a towel, whatever you have, and we're just going to examine each one of these seals to make sure there's no cracks. If you notice your rubber washers have a tear or they're getting ready to break or something like that, and you need some new ones, you can go ahead and buy some replacement parts. Fluval actually makes these knobs too as well. I always keep a couple of these because you never know. Sometimes these things will break. They are plastic, so when you do put your lid back on, just take your time. Don't over tighten because they will break. These are just emergency pieces that I have. I also have a bunch of rubber washers just in case these break, because the last thing you need is if one of these break and then your canister filter starts to leak. It's a headache. Trust me, I know we've all been there, but just think ahead. I'm a planner just in case. But these washers seem to be in pretty good shape. So they are a little dry. So what we're going to use to help re-lube is super lube. Do not use Vaseline, my ohana. Vaseline will slowly break down the rubber. Trust me, I know a lot of you guys are like, I've been using Vaseline forever. Hey, just for your own safety, the Vaseline is not good. I will put something right on the screen here. Go ahead and pause it and read why Vaseline isn't good to use for your rubber washers on your canister filter if you don't believe me, okay? Right here, Super Lube Multi-Purpose Synthetic Grease. This is what you want. It was like, I don't know, $6 or $7 on Amazon. So we're gonna go ahead and re-lube these bad boys. Let me show you. We're just gonna put just a little bit of this synthetic grease on your finger like so, and we're just going to rub it in between our 2 fingers, thumb and index, and go all the way around it. And this is gonna help keep this rubber in good shape, and it's not gonna crack. And once you do that, which I got a bunch on my hands still, what I like to do is I like to grab the smaller ones and start to grease these, since my hands or my fingers are covered in it. Now it does get a little messy, so bring a little wiping towel or paper towels, which that's what I use. Once we got all these lubed up, I'm gonna grab a dry paper towel and then I'm gonna wipe them clean, all right? Just go right around the whole thing and we're gonna wipe all of these clean. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the big rubber washer too, so you guys understand my system. This is my system. Now you guys know how to properly service your canister filter, especially the Fluval FX6. I wanted to show you guys another little trick. Now, when you put your rubber washer, do not use that little jagged side. You see this little jagged side on a butter knife? Keep your rubber washer away from that part of the butter knife. I always use the smooth side, all right? Sorry for the glare and the light. And I just gently push it down into the groove, okay? Like I said, use the non-jagged side and make sure that bad boy goes down inside all the way around so you get that nice watertight seal, okay? All right, so before we hook up the FX6 back to the Oscar Army Aquarium, we have to supercharge this bad boy. I'm talking about the media. We're gonna put the best media there is inside our trays of our FX6. So we are going to use Lotus Root Nitro Ring 2's upgrade right here. This is a big upgrade, game changer, bio media. This is the media that we were using. We were using, I believe this is Bio Home and pumice stone. And then we also have, I believe I have some lava rock in here too as well, black lava rock. This was the concoction that I had inside the FX6. But since we have our mountain tree family with us, we are going to add the Lotus Root Nitro Ring 2s. And then we're also going to add some Minn Finn rings, which has a lot of minerals for our fish. So I'm excited. We're going to go ahead and add these two and maybe some regular nitro rings too that Mountain Tree has. And then I'm going to show you my setup. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw this away. All right, so we got our Minn Finn rings. Now the thing I love about Mountain Tree's biomedia is it comes on these strings like a lei, like a flowered lei. And the reason why I like it is because you can actually stack it in here accordingly. You can actually maneuver it around. You can shape it so where it fits really nice in your trays. As you can see, here's one, and then I'm gonna grab another one. I believe there's 4 leis in a bag. Look it. And then you're gonna see how I can actually just work it around the grooves and maximizing the space of the media. So we can go ahead and do that. And it's easy to remove when you want to rinse it out or wash it out, okay? When you're doing maintenance. So as you can see, that is 2 strands. We're gonna add, I think both of them. I love this Minn Finn ring. Minn Finn ring, the combo of Minn Finn ring with nitro rings and the Lotus Root Nitro. Oh, I'm telling you guys, this is going to be the game changer. It's going to keep my Oscar army super healthy. Lotus Root Nitro rings, okay? So this is actually free. There's no lei on this, so we're just going to go ahead and sprinkle these bad boys in. Yeah, kind of customize it. Ooh, man, this is a lot too. Give it a little shaky shake, level it out. And I'm going to show you what our canister filter is full of. All right, so here we have it, the Lotus Root Nitro Ring 2s. These are small. There's different sizes, okay? Just so you know. And then the middle tray, I mean, I'm telling you, we just stacked this bad boy, are the Mountain Tree Nitro Rings. Yep, that is the first edition Nitro Rings. You can see, boom, boom, boom. And then our first tray up top, all of them stacked nicely too. We have our sponge on top, but then underneath we have our polishing pad. I'm gonna remove the polishing pad. I think I don't need that. I feel I don't need that. The water is great in the Oscar Army Aquarium. And then of course we have more nitro rings under the first pad. And so we're gonna go ahead and just add that bad boy there. And yeah, that's pretty much the setup. That's the 3 Tower of Terror, we're gonna call it. These are okay, the polishing pads. It's just they get dirty really fast. And I want a nice flow, especially with the Mountain Tree media in here. It's super important that you have nice flow. And we're gonna go ahead and pick this bad boy up like this. Ooh, this bad boy's got some weight to it. And then we are going to stick it in our canister. All right, straight down. Ooh. Make sure those are pushed in. I add water into my canister filter. So I got some fresh water from my tap. And then I'm gonna add MICROBE-LIFT Extreme Water Conditioner. So it's gonna get rid of all the chlorine, chloramines, and heavy metals. That'll work, just a little bit, right? I'm going to add this bucket, it probably has about 3 gallons or so of water, into our canister filter here. And then I'm going to show you what else I'm going to do. They say to put 2 gallons of water in your canister filter, but I like to put it up as much as I could, like almost maximize it up to the top. We're going to add some MICROBE-LIFT Night Out starter bacteria. So if you guys were worried about, oh, that new media is going to make your aquarium crash, no, it's not. And I'll explain the reason why. And then we're going to add some more MICROBE-LIFT Bacterial Aquarium Balancer. Add some of this bad boy. I feel like I'm a bartender making some drinks. And then we're gonna add MICROBE-LIFT Therapy Fish Care. Add a little bit of that bad boy in there. Top it off with some MICROBE-LIFT Special Blend Water Care, more beneficial bacteria. It's another type of strand, so we're gonna go ahead and add that in there too. Now let's put our lid on and let's jumpstart this bad boy up and take care of our fish, baby. Here is the Oscar Army. They're doing great. Look at them all hanging out. Oh, look at, there's the Synodontis catfish. Actually, I rarely get to see him because he hangs out in the plants there. but he's actually putting on some size. It's nice to see him getting bigger. I always worry about him because this aquarium is so aggressive when it comes to food. I don't even know if the Synodontis catfish gets food, but I think I see him at night. I think he's nocturnal, and he'll be at night roaming the ground for any scraps. So he's probably eating up all the scraps that the Oscars leave behind because they're super messy. So earlier in the video, I was talking about the biomedia, getting rid of my biomedia, my old one, replacing it with new biomedia, and my aquarium not crashing. Although we did add starter bacteria to the canister filter, a lot of people will leave comments saying, oh, you're gonna make your aquarium crash and you're gonna kill your fish, you're getting rid of all your media that's established. No, I'm not, because inside this aquarium, you see all this gravel is full of beneficial bacteria. The wood has a ton of beneficial bacteria. The big rocks in the back, ton of beneficial bacteria. The plants have a ton of beneficial bacteria on them. Even these rocks here, every surface area in the aquarium is covered in beneficial bacteria. So replacing all the media in my FX6 is not going to jeopardize the health of my fish. You got to remember that, okay? But there's a huge but. You can only do it to an aquarium that's established, like this aquarium here. 150 gallons, it's well established, and you don't have to worry about it when it comes to replacing your biomedia. So just keep that in mind. I've got into it with a couple people that left comments, and I'm like, you guys got to remember, in the aquarium, there's a ton of beneficial bacteria. By replacing the biomedia inside the FX6 with the mountain tree media, these fish are absolutely going to be loving life. As you can see, ooh, look at my tiger Oscar, the Lutino Oscars. There's Mary Kate, there's Ashley, the lemon Oscars looking beautiful, and then our red Oscar. But they're all living great, and then you got our Synodontis catfish down there in the corner. That is it for stock in this aquarium. Now, I want to add maybe some clown loaches. Some clown loaches would be cool. That's a nice dither fish, and they get along with Oscars. But if you guys want more information on mountain tree media, I'm telling you guys, it is the best. Do that combo. I suggest getting like the nitro rings with the combination of the MyFan rings with the extra minerals that provides. All their links will be down in the description below. Mountain tree, baby. Don't worry. Your boy's going to be doing another giveaway on YouTube, also on Instagram. So stay tuned for that. Oh, look at him. So pretty. Now, this is the easiest way to remember. Servicing your FX6. Remember, there's 6 rubber washers that you got to service, okay? And please use Super Lube multi-purpose synthetic grease. This is the go-to. I want to show it to you guys so you guys understand, and you guys can get it on, I believe I got it on Amazon for $7 or $8, something like that. One tube goes a long way. But not only that, though, we actually supercharged our FX6 with Mountain Tree Biomedia, the best. We use the Lotus Root 2s, as well as the Nitro rings, first generation, and MyFan rings, okay? That 3 combo there, man, my fish are absolutely gonna love it. They're gonna love me. Other than that, my ohana, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in that next video. Take care, much love, and aloha.